In this video, I'm just going to talk about actually creating ellipses here. So by default, the ellipse is the first shape that's drawn every time you make a new program. And there are 4 parameters to talk about for ellipses. So obviously the first thing you would do is type the ellipse command, then put your opening parenthesis, and then inside your opening parenthesis you have 4 parameters separated by commas, followed by a closed parenthesis and a semicolon. So the first parameter is the x position, followed by the y position, followed by the width, then the height. So by default, this program has the ellipse follow the mouse around. If I wanted to say center this ellipse on the screen, I could either type in a pixel, so I can type in something like, I don't know, 600 by 300, and I'm going to run that. It's going to put an ellipse somewhere on my screen here, so I have one white ellipse located at the 600 by 300 location. Or I can actually type in width divided by 2 and height divided by 2, and it's now going to center an ellipse perfectly on the screen. Then I said this is the width and the height, so I could say something like I want it to be 100 pixels wide by 20 pixels tall, or I can do 100 by 100 to give myself a larger circle, or any other combination, so something like maybe 40, and again just create any size ellipse rounded shape you want. The last thing I want to talk about is ellipse mode, which sets how you actually refer to an ellipse. So by default the mode is center. Notice how center is written in all caps here and mode has a capital M. So nothing's going to change. If I were to change this to corner, the ellipse now moves just slightly. And that's because this now just changed what the x and y position refer to. So instead of referring to the center of the ellipse, it's now referring to the corner of the ellipse. Both are perfectly appropriate. It just depends on how you rather work. I personally prefer to work in center mode for the ellipse and most shapes actually. So it's up to you on how you'd like to draw your ellipses and which mode you want to choose from.